The DWP has for years been overseen by people more intent on stripping support from the long-term sick, disabled and out of work than to help them, and those heading up the department are like a who's who of the grim and ghastly. From Dr. Death himself, Iain Duncan Smith, the architect of the bungled universal credit, through Fester McVile, then Amber Rudd, bringing us up to possibly the worst yet, Therese Coffey. This is a woman who seems offended by every interview she partakes in before she's even asked a question. She always seems to come off as rude and dismissive to the point of callous cruelty, and bearing that opinion out has been the news that she's not only been refusing to release various reports on studies conducted into her shady department, but she's sought to actively minimise the evidence submitted into them. She's interfered in order to hide evidence. So what is going on under her roof that she'd do this, and why hasn't this been elevated to a police matter yet? The 5 reports in question relate to research done on the benefit cap, the impacts of universal credit and benefit sanctions, unpaid carers, work capability assessments, and most worryingly, the deaths of benefit claimants. By refusing to release details of these 5 areas of DWP responsibility, that department is operating under a wall of secrecy and has been for years. Some of these reports were promised to be published under Coffey's predecessors, and she's been in the job over 2 years now. The absolute lack of transparency can only be interpreted in the worst possible way, given we know the nature of the reports. The benefit cap is clearly too low. Unpaid carers worth just £70 a week to the government, I'm one of them, are clearly being penalised financially. Work capability assessments have long been known to cause stress and further harm. Universal credit and the sanctions scheme are being abused, not least of which by Coffey herself. It's news emerges today that those on sanctions are not eligible for the cost of living payments being handed out. What the hell, you vicious creature? But most disturbing of all is the minimisation of evidence by Coffey over the deaths of benefit claimants. We remember when the DWP used to publish such figures. It was, if memory serves, some 65,000 since the Tories came back to power before they decided to stop counting. It was only a couple of years ago, 50 reports into suicides of benefit claimants got accidentally shredded by the DWP, sparking claims of a cover-up then. And that was under Coffey's watch too, when she was less than 6 months into the job. She has questions to answer. I think a police investigation is warranted, and no amount of arrogant arsonists from Coffey should avoid that.